Hello, grade 2. Let us proceed with our music class. Okay, for our music, we're going to learn about texture, the thinness and thickness of music. Texture, thinness, and thickness of music. So, like this burger, we have a thick burger and thin burger. So, in music, we have also a thick texture and thin texture. So what is a thin texture or thin layer? This music has a thin layer of music has a thin layer of sound when a person sings alone, if it is alone, or uses one instrument. If he is singing alone, it's a thin texture. And if he is singing alone at the same time playing one instrument, it is also a thin layer. Or if he is not singing but playing one instrument, that one is a thin texture or thin layer. Next, what about a thick layer or thick texture? A music has a thick layer of sound if the song is sung in two or more parts using two or more instruments. Okay, so thick layer if it is they are singing you with the song is sung in two or more parts or using two or more instruments, it will become a thick texture. Okay po, so let's see if let's have a review activity if it is a thick or thin texture. This one, thin or thick. Ready, think. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Say your answer. Correct. This one is a thin texture. Next, whoa, a band. Thin or thick? Ready? Think. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Say your answer. Correct. This one is a thick texture. Why? Okay. Two or more instruments. Okay, next. Singing alone. Thin or thick? Ready? Think. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Say your answer. Correct. This one is a thin texture. She's singing alone. Next, an orchestra. A thin or thick texture. Ready? And think. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Say your answer. That's right. This one is a thick texture. Okay po? So for our activity, for our worksheet, you are going to open your, no, do not open. Get your worksheet paper and then you are going to listen to the music and you tell whether it has a thin or thick musical sound. Shade your answer with yellow color. So for example, I'm gonna play a music and if it is a thin texture, you will color this. But if it is a thick texture, you're gonna color this. Okay po? Thin or thick. Now, are you ready? Okay, let's start. Let me you are going to listen sa song po. Okay po? Wait. Okay, listen to this one. This is the number 1. Okay, listen first and then you will color if it is a thick or thin texture. Ready? Let's listen. Okay, color it now. Thin or thick? Okay, please color. Please color. Is it thick or thin texture? Go color it. Okay, for number two. Number two, listen, number two.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long.
Okay, please color. This one is thick or thin texture. This one is number two, thin or thick texture. Color. Okay, for number three, this one is for number three. Let us listen. Okay, please color thick or thin. Thick or thin. Go. Okay, this one is for number four. Number four.
In Christ alone, my hope is found. He is my light, my strength, my song. This cornerstone, this solid ground, forms through the fiercest drought and storm.
Okay, please color thick or thin texture. Is it thick or thin texture? Go. Okay, for number five. This one is for number five. Ready? And listen.
Story life is the star's fantasy, caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come.
Okay po, please color thin or thick texture. Color thin or thick texture. Okay, let's proceed with our arts subject. So in our arts, we're gonna talk about kites and boats. Kites and boats. Kite flying, okay po, kite flying has been a part of the Filipino culture for hundreds of years. So have you experienced this one, flying a kite? Raise your hand. Okay. Me, yeah. But I'm not playing with it all the time when I was a kid. Okay, next, kite flying is celebrated yearly in the Philippines. It is usually held at Clark Freeport Zone in Pampanga. So there's a kite flying celebration here in the Philippines. Today, most kites are flown for recreational activities. Sports kites are flown for competitions. So these are the types of sports kites. Okay, they are used or flown during competitions, while the power kites are designed for power activities like surfing and land boarding. So this one is are called power kites. This one for competition use it's called sports kites. For power activities like surfing and land boarding, they use power kites. Okay po? Now let's proceed with boats. Colorful boats are also known as bangka, okay po, are means of transportation in the Philippines. Have you experienced riding a bangka or boat? Yeah? Okay. So they come in different sizes. Others are small, big, and medium. Boats may be motorized or simply driven by a person using paddles. Boats are not just by tourists. They use it for local activities such as fishing and transporting goods. Traditionally painted in bright colors. The boats are traditionally painted in bright colors. So like this. Okay po? So now please get your worksheet and answer true or false. Number 1, a kite will not fly if the construction is not balanced. True or false? Next, number 2, the craftsmanship of local artists is an important contribution to Filipino art and culture. Next, number 3, bangkas are traditionally painted in bright colors. Bangkas are traditionally painted in bright colors. Next, number 4, a bangka is one of the modern forms of transportation used by people in the provinces. And number 5, balance and proportion are important in design of boats and kites. Okay. Now, for your assignment, study for our quiz tomorrow and take a picture of your worksheets, the music and art worksheets, and send it in our class dojo. Thank you, everyone, and see you tomorrow. Bye!